Everybody has demons. It's just a matter if you're mature enough to face them.
I don't. Well, whether I have problems or not, I don't come out aggressive. You're aggressive,
What?
and I don't like the aggressive side of it.
What? You don't like the aggressive side?
I don't
but
like it.
You stir up the pot.
Don't
and when
matter.
it starts overflowing and boiling over, ooh, it's too hot for Safaree.
This is Dee. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new to this channel, welcome. Well, guys, I'm back. I got a new setup here. Got my new webcam. And baby, I am ready to get into some things. If there is one thing that we have learned in the last week, as if we didn't know, it is that men will drive you crazy. Men will drive you straight up nuts if you let them. I'm going to talk about Kayla Nicole. I'll just touch briefly on her. And of course, the Erica Mena Safaree hot mess. Today, I'm going to share my thoughts on these situations, as well as a few TikTok video reactions. So let's get right into it. All right. Now, first and foremost, leave this man alone. Have some pride. Have some dignity. Have some self-respect. At this point, Kayla Nicole, not only does she need a publicist, she needs a therapist. You know, she got on there and on that podcast, and she was saying how she's being harassed by Taylor Swift's Swifties. And although, I mean, you can't justify and condone that, what do you expect? You know they're going to ride for their girl, especially when you stay talking about her man. What I don't understand is when women do this, what reaction do they think they're going to get? You know, she said that she's grown for this, but this woman's 32 years old. Just like Erica. Erica's what, pushing 40? Y'all, at what point do you get it? At what point? You were never it. Point blank, period. You were just never it, babe. And it's okay. And I know it hurts. I don't mean to be unkind, but it happens to all of us, right? You were never it. Leave that man alone. Leave that man alone. Stop humiliating yourself. And if the situation with Travis and Taylor was not bad enough, then you out yourself as the side chick who got dumped for Tiana Taylor and then dressed up as her for Halloween as some kind of get back. Take, for example, the whole 50-50 conversation. When it comes to 50-50, let me tell you something. I don't care how much money Taylor Swift has. I can guarantee you with 99.9999999% certainty that she doesn't pay for anything. That man, whenever that $10,000 bill comes for dinner with the friends, he whips out that black card and he's happy to do it. Taylor Swift sits there with her red lipstick on, resting right in her feminine as she should. See, this is what a man does when he truly values you, when he sees you as what? The prize. And it's a cultural thing too, that unfortunately Black men do not understand. Their criticism of Kayla Nicole was when she said that she did not want a man that went 50-50. They were like, basically, how dare you want, you know, a man to pay for you? And then their whole thing with Taylor Swift is like, well, Travis doesn't have to worry about going 50-50 because he's dating a billionaire. But that's the thing. I don't care if she's a trillionaire. There's no way that Taylor Swift would be with a man who expected her to foot the bill. That's a hypergamous woman. That's how white women roll. I don't care how much money it's not about what she has. It's about it's about the man he is and how he treats her and how he protects and he provides. That's it. And this notion of, well, she's going to go 50-50 because she can is ridiculous. Because she can doesn't mean she should or she would. Kayla Nicole set herself up for failure. She wasted And I think that's why she's so upset, you guys. I think more than anything, she's angry with herself. But what she's doing is not allowing anyone to come in because she's still stuck on him. She's blocking her blessings because, let's be honest, what kind of man is going to want to date her? They're going to be like, you're still stuck. You're still stuck on old dude. You're still stuck on him. So why would I take you seriously? Nobody wants to play second fiddle to Travis Kelce. You know, people speculate about, oh, are Travis and Taylor going to get married? Well, I hope so, to be honest with you, because I like them together. And I will say this. By this time next year, they will either be engaged or they will be broken up. And I say that because Taylor Swift is, 35? Which surprised me because I thought she was like late 20s. But, you know, she's been around forever, but I didn't know she was in her mid 30s. And if she wants to have a family, it's my understanding that she does, and it's my understanding that he does. She doesn't have time to waste now. You know, she can always do a surrogate, of course. But the point is, at this point in their lives, because he's mid 30s as well, I don't believe they would be investing all of this time if it were not the real deal, if they didn't think that this would go the distance. And Taylor Swift, one thing about Taylor Swift is she's like J-Lo. Taylor Swift has had many a man. Taylor Swift has had many a breakup. Taylor Swift has been the dumper. She has been the dumpee. She's been cheated on, the whole gamut. So if things don't work out with her and Travis, if she feels as if he's stringing her along, they're gonna break up. She's gonna break up. She's not gonna stick it out for no 5 years for this man. She's gonna break up with him, shed her tears, and keep it pushing. Because if there's one thing we know about Taylor Swift is she knows how to navigate a breakup. She knows she'll write songs about him, make another probably $1 billion, and go on to the next. Kayla, Nicole, you need to learn from this girl. Leave this man alone. Leave him alone. He is not yours. And as they say down south, I mean, he's not studying you. He's not studying you. Leave this man alone and work on yourself.
Do you not like being married?
Well,
I'm almost scared, like you don't want to do life with me.
it's so dramatic. Us talking one-on-one is a waste. You need to talk to somebody and you just need to figure your shit out.
Oh, what about you?
I'm fine.
What?
You don't know how to do real life. It's not a rap video every day.
What's real life I don't know how to do?
This. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody has problems. Everybody has demons. It's just a matter if you're mature enough to face them.
Whether I have problems or not, I don't come out aggressive. You're aggressive,
What?
and I don't like the aggressive side of it.
What? You don't like the aggressive side?
I don't
but
like it.
You stir up the pot.
Don't
and when
matter.
it starts overflowing and boiling over, ooh, it's too hot for Safaree.
Get over it.
Oh, get over it.
Or don't get over it and do what you got to do.
Okay, what do I gotta do then?
Whatever you got to do to make
What do I
yourself
gotta
happy.
do?
I don't know. Do what you want to do.
Okay, you don't care?
I don't care.
And now we move on to the hot mess express. That is Erica Mena and Safaree Samuels. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Now, as the world knows, Safaree dropped a YouTube video exposing Erica Mena and her crazy ass ways, and they're still very volatile relationship.
Woman text a naked picture of me to my mother and my sister because she wanted to let them know that, oh, you and your son, I'm pretty sure your son's not telling you what's really going on between us and all of this other nonsense. Okay. Me and you are still, having a relationship, and that's over with. Thank God that's over with. Like, I prayed about that, and there's absolutely nothing physical going on anymore.
I just had to stop right there. He prayed on it. Huh? Was it that good? it took the Lord to intercede. The Lord had to take you away for it. It was that good. You had to pray on it, huh, Safaree? Negro, please, let's continue.
I went and I was going to get a restraining order because, you know, she's doing stuff like showing up in my crib, 5 o'clock in the morning, pulling out a ladder, hopping the fence.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
Banging on my windows. My son's birthday party was like a month after that. No, like it was a while after that. And then when I went to the party, they said, hey, you want a restraining order, but you went to a party, she was there, so you must not be in that much fear.
All right, y'all, let's take a listen to some TikTok reactions to this Erica Mena Safaree situation. A few of them I found really interesting in some of the commentary.
Erica Mena was cheated on, and she's crashing out. And now her ex-husband is exposing their video footage. This woman was hitting him in front of their children. We don't know why. Breaking glass. We don't know why. She was putting a ladder up to his backyard and hopping the fence, banging on his back door, his patio. We don't know why. But Safaree has decided yesterday that he's going to expose this part because he said he's tired of being painted out to be a deadbeat dad, but really he just dealing with a woman who has control issues and wants the public to see him a certain way because she's her. And we've seen this play out a few times on TikTok. If you're a woman and a man is trying to date you and you don't think in your heart, mind, body, and soul that you should give him the time of day, and because he's consistent, you give him the time of day, it's never going to turn out right, because you should have honored your boundaries and listened to that voice inside of your head that was telling you not to do it, right? And that's how you end up feeling cheated, because you're going to keep cycling in your mind, I can't believe I gave this man a chance. I wasn't even going to talk to him and he did that. So now you cheated and you want your lick back. You want to be made whole because you feel like they took more than they gave. Here's an example. Erica Mena had a baby, but she was never with him, right? That baby stayed with another family member. Now she gave a man her hand in marriage, 2 children. Now she has more responsibilities because those kids are with her. And she has to watch him being outside without the baggage that she has. And it affects her. And it already affects her because she got anger issues, so I'm sure it's not helpful. You have to consider this as a woman. Before you give a man children and become his wife, you got to make sure he wants to be a father and he wants to be a husband. He just don't want to check off those boxes on his list. You get what I'm saying? And when you feel cheated in a relationship, because women have egos too, you're going to stay longer than if you felt you honored your boundaries, because you're going to be wanting to be made whole. And it's never going to happen. The best advice I have is to get out now. Even if you have 0, even if you gave 20 and got -20 and you down bad, you will never be made whole. So just leave. Okay? Don't be fighting no man in front of your kids. Don't be hopping his fence. Don't be banging on his back door. Get your ass out of there. You fucked up. Players fuck up. You fucked up. You got kids. You're divorced. So what? Start a new life, tell a new story, and figure out how to do that. We see Erica Mena in pain. I don't know if she acted, but she looks like she in pain. Hurt. You fucked me over. She's hurt, as far as I can see. And she's acting out. So don't get yourself in that situation. And I say this all the time. Choose yourself. That person is going to hate you, but you're going to love yourself. Right now, we are seeing the effects of somebody who hates that person so much that the hate is seeping into them, and they doing things that make them look like they hate themselves.
Now, I'm going to stop right there, because what I love is when she said, choose yourself. That's one of the things that Safaree said, that he has to choose himself. Well, one of the things, you guys, as women, you need to know, and if you have not noticed, men always choose themselves. When they're done, they're done. They don't feel bad. They don't look back. They always choose themselves, even if they're in a relationship. Men choose themselves. And this is why, like she said, Erica feels cheated.
So in my mentions this morning, I've come across a few comments stating, I don't feel sorry for her. She chose him. I chose him? Do y'all forget? I was chased for 3 years. And I wasn't budging. Like, mofo had to go through my friends and my family just to get me to reply in a text, let alone give him any type of chance. The chance was given, and life took its course. Before you knew it, he was popping the question. And because this person went so hard, it was like hard not to believe.
Safaree chased Erica for 3 years. 3 years, and she finally caved in, and look what happened. This is one of the reasons she's so hurt and so upset. She's angry with herself for putting herself in this situation and keeping herself in this situation and falling in love with a man that she knew she shouldn't have been with in the first place. And now having to deal with this complete dismissal of her. And the fact that she's so hurt down to her core, she can't get past it, while of course she's still apparently sleeping with him. Erica Mena has always been very damaged. She had a horrible childhood. And I mean, this girl was actually born in prison. Terrible. She needs therapy. And I don't know if she's in therapy, but if there's one person who needs therapy in a major way, it is Erica Mena. Let's continue.
Social media bragging that he paid $7,000 to see Nicki Minaj. Apparently he's paying $4,300 a month, and he thinks that's too much. They have 2 kids together. I don't think that's too much. He was making at one point $61,000 per month, which
I was trying to figure out how he was doing that, because I don't know what he does.
They got him on social media bragging that he paid $7,000 to see Nicki Minaj. So if you could pay $7,000 to see Nicki Minaj, you could pay for your children. And took to social media to say this.
I have to put myself first, because I'm either going to end up in jail or worse, because I'm dealing with someone whose anger management is just non-existent.
Okay, so let's stop here. One of the things I want to address, this whole child support thing, which is, I think, what set Erica off in the first place. And when you deal, and I'm going to say it, with Black men in particular, and how they devalue their children. You say, okay, he's not making $61,000 a month anymore. Okay, but $4,300 is nothing. For somebody like him, still, it's nothing. That's not a lot of money for 2 children, given his lifestyle, Erica's lifestyle, and those kids' lifestyle. It's not even close. It really is. It's actually not enough, to be honest with you. He got off early. I mean, he got off easy. But as always, Black men, the first thing, the go-to, whenever their money supposedly, allegedly gets a little funny, what's the first thing they go to? Boom, child support. I want to do less for my children. I want to provide less for my children. I don't care what Safaree says about, I love my kids, You's a lie. You don't love your children, not the way you should, because he should be going out of his way to make sure that they have, and that their lifestyle is not affected one bit. Cutting child support to their children is always the go-to immediately. Why? Because the children are the least important, right? When you have to cut things back, when you cut back on, you cut your cable, you cut things that are, when your money's funny, you cut your cable, you cut like that gym membership, the things that you want, not necessarily need, right? You cut the things that are least important. And that's what they do. That's why Erica needs mental help. There's no question about that. But this man, I think Safaree is evil. I truly do. He is picking at this woman. He is intentionally hurting this woman. And for a man to spend $7,000 on concert tickets and then wants to cut his child support, wants to do less for his children, it's disgusting. She has every right to be upset about that. Having children by the wrong man can straight up ruin your life. Totally ruin your life. Now, just Kayla, Nicole, we say move on, and she should, because, and it should be easy, much easier for her to move on, because Erica and Safaree have 2 children together. This was a marriage. These are, they have children together. This is much more complex, much more complicated. There's a lot of hurt, pain. This is not something that she is forever tied to this man, forever tied to this man. And this is what happens when you have children by the wrong man, an abusive man, a cheater, a man who would always constantly remind you of what he puts you through. When you cannot move on, when you don't have the mental or emotional bandwidth or coping mechanisms to allow you to move on, when he's still doing you dirty, when he's trying to cut child support, when he's still picking at you, when like what's her name, Spice, when he takes something that you're most vulnerable, like the situation with her oldest child, her son. I don't know what the deal is with that, but that's a very touchy subject. He's never lived with Erica. For Safaree to give that to Spice, to throw in her face, something that she had shared with him intimately, from husband to wife, from wife to husband, for him to have done that to her, that's why she flipped. That he took something so intimate, something that was so hurtful and raw and vulnerable to her, and here you go, Spice. He shared it with another person, another woman, and that woman subsequently threw it in her face. Now, I do not agree with Erica calling her a monkey, but at the same time, Spice was wrong. She was wrong. She knew what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing. You've got 2 people who never should have been together, period. You've got a woman who is deeply hurt and who does have anger issues. There's no doubt about that. And you've got a man who is, to me, cruel. He is cruel. He is not a good father. And he is selfish. And now this is a price both of them will have to pay for the rest of their lives. And I just hope this doesn't end very, very badly for either of them, for anybody. Because, this type of situation can escalate, and baby, before you know it, somebody could be sent to glory. Please comment below. Let me know what you think and thumbs it up. So, till next time. Mwah.